Chatters, what is good? Today we are listening to Green Green by CORTIS. CORTIS? Am I saying that right? Like Curtis, but with an O. CORTIS. CORTIS. Yeah, this is my first time ever reacting to them. I know they're a group under Big Hit, but that's all I really do know about them. So if you guys have any knowledge, please do let me know. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I know it was like the second most pre-saved album currently, or well, yesterday before it came out, just behind Olivia Rodrigo, and so obviously they're a huge group. But yeah, I've never listened, so here we are. But anyways, if you guys do enjoy this video and want more CORTIS, please do like, comment, and subscribe. But anyways, let's get straight into song one. Okay. Pop out. Okay. Okay. TNT. Okay, I'm feeling it. Ooh. About. We go. Okay. TNT. Okay. 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 Okay, CORTIS. CORTIS. I don't know why I keep saying CORTIS, like not one fluid word. But okay. I like TNT. It kind of, it was a short song. But it was explosive. It was a quick glimpse of obviously what they can do. And it's 5 members. I see that off the album cover, I'm assuming, obviously. Um, okay. Okay, I like it. It's yeah, it's like a small little bundle of dynamite, right? I mean, it obviously playing off the wordplay of the song and whatnot, the title of this song. It's a little glimpse of what they got. And I liked it. It was catchy. The hook was TNT, and then it just gets into it. I liked it, and it even had like a little like not R&B section, but the verse slowed down a little bit for one of the members, and it just kind of changed the flow real quick. But then it got right back to it, back to the hook, and so I like that a lot. It was a good first impression, and we're excited to see what else they are to give, and especially on a longer song, just because I feel like it's a good intro. It makes sense for the context of the EP. It was a quick, it was just a quick intro song. And so I'm excited to see what else they give us after this, because I mean, I know this EP is only 6 songs, I want to say. I didn't look at the track list too much, but I saw that it was 16 minutes. And so I know it's gonna be quick. I know it's not gonna be the most. Obviously, it's an EP, but yeah, this has me excited for what's to come. That's for sure. I'm definitely intrigued. That is one thing for certain. Okay, now we're on to song number 2, Red Red. Interesting. Green Green and Red Red. Okay. Okay. Green, green. Okay. 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 Questionable bar. Team. No down. Green, green. Red. Team. Hmm. Okay. I'm seeing the vision. I'm not gonna lie. I am seeing the vision. I really do like their bilingual flow in this song. Just the kind of, I guess it was more ad libby. It was definitely more Korean heavy. Um, and then the ad libs for the green, green. But still, that my point still stands. The way they flow from, uh, you know, language to language is very seamless. It seems just very easy when obviously it's not. Um, and obviously just kind of the production wise as well, it was very clean, very cool, that kind of thing, and it gave me like maybe not like techno pop vibes, but like it definitely had aspects that are reminiscent, I would say. um and it almost sounded like certain points in the song almost sounded kind of video game like. And so I kind of like that. It was a different sound. It was not what I was expecting, to be honest. And it was also quite anthem like as well. um just kind of everything, every word kind of flowed together, bar to bar kind of flowed together, kind of had a rhyme, kind of had a scheme to it. And so I like that. I like that a lot. And are all five of them on, every song, I'm assuming? I just obviously can't, differentiate the voices like that. Obviously I can tell different tones, different, that. But obviously I can't pinpoint voice to a voice, so be lenient with me there, but I'm assuming, right? uh but yeah, I, I I quite like it. I'm not gonna lie, I quite like it. Um, and I know this was a single before because I pre-saved the album. Right, this was the single before. I pre-saved the album, and I'm pretty sure the second song, Red Red, in our case, was the single. Correct me if I'm mistaken, obviously, but yeah, they're catching flows. They're catching flows. I like it, and their little kind of back and forth anthem like sound. It, yeah, it has me intrigued. It definitely has me intrigued. But anyways, let's get on to the next. Acai. Okay. Okay. Ugh. It's fun. Train. Lane. Who's this guy? Acai. Okay. I like that. Aya, 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 aya. Acai. Acai. Okay. Interesting. Okay. They definitely, how do I say this? They definitely have a distinctive sound, that is for sure. There's definitely something that is unique and different, and I quite like that. I don't know if it's a mixture of their voices and just the production and all of those, but something's up with them and I quite like it. I don't know, it's just like kind of a distinctive new sound that I'm not used to. I'm not obviously the most inclined into K-pop, to be honest. I haven't heard, I'll be honest, I don't know much, to be honest. I'm pretty newbie, pretty beginnery, um, to be blunt. But they have something to them that's just different that I haven't heard, and it's fun and it's techno-y kind of. Like it's techno-y kind of. Like I don't really know how to describe it. It's just one of those things. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, and they have that for me. That's yeah. It's a new sound for me. It's something I'm not used to be honest. But they catch these weird flows and the way that they mesh with the instrumental and the beat and the bilingual flow like I was talking about previously. They just have something to them that is different, but has me hooked, quite frankly. Um, and I was trying to pay a little more attention in the song, and I did catch I think five different voices. I there definitely is that one kind of distinctive, more deep, carries a different kind of tone, sound pitch. Just one that's a little more distinctive than the others, but I think I heard five in there. Yeah, I think so. Um, but yeah, Acai. We're only halfway through, and they've definitely impressed me. Cortis. I keep saying Cortis. Just say Cortis. Anyways, song 4, Young Creator Crew. Okay. 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 Okay, this instrumental is crazy. Second EP drop. Okay. Mmm. They have nice flows. Yodelay, yodelay. Huh. It's very, very, very different. They're kind of playing with this sound and these like weird effects, and it just has me hooked. It has me intrigued. It gets me excited to see what's to come for them because obviously, I mean, second EP. They're a young group. And I have heard of them kind of. CORTIS. I but I didn't know I didn't know what to expect, but it definitely was not kind of this. I feel like for groups, especially this early into their career, only 2 EPs. And obviously I don't know if they have an album or anything. I did not look at their discography one bit, to be honest. But pretty new to the game, and they have such a like risk-taking sound and so distinctive from another group. I literally can't. Like I said, I'm not the most inclined with K-pop and whatnot in that kind of whole world, but I can't like pinpoint a comparison, to be honest. And I've listened to, like I said, not too many. There's 3 active groups I've listened to, actively, and then some here and there, but I can't really draw a comparison. And I can't really draw a comparison for like a pop artist either. They just kind of have like this weird but cool sound that just somehow works. And they catch crazy flows too. I'm not gonna lie, some of these flows in here have really impressed me. And like I said, that bilingual kind of back and forth sound, and the transition and flow from member to member, pretty good, pretty good. But yeah, I definitely need to listen to more of them if you guys want that, obviously. Cause yeah, CORTIS, you're checking the boxes for me. I'll be honest. I say that like that's some like high praise, but just my personal thing. Anyways, song 5? Are we on 4 or 5? What's up? 5. I want to say 5. 4. We're not on the last one. That's all I know. Okay, late night vibes. What's up? Oh. Okay. What's up? You know what's up. Know me when gotta say what's up. Okay. I have a lot to say about this. I have a lot to say about this one. Definitely more techno-y poppy kind of sound. Charlie XCX vibes a little bit. A little bit. In like a weirdly reminiscent way. Oh, this is our final song. What's up? Okay. I think it was my favorite of the bunch so far. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of, that to me was just a mixture of everything I have liked so far from them, and like to a T. They have moments in there where they're talking their shit. You know me, you know what's up. And then they just have like a slow kind of revamped like verse in there that's just so cool and calm, collected kind of vibes. They've seriously impressed me. But yeah, what's up? I think that's my favorite song. It was just like I said, it was kind of everything to a T that I've said previously within their last 4 songs that I said I liked about them, kind of all mixed into one. And then they talk their shit. They're just, you know me, you know what's up. I am who I think I am. And so I like that a lot. It's just kind of that kind of confidence, cocky a little bit, and I mean that in a good way. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to really say about that? You know what's up. You know what's up with the song. If you're here watching, you know, because you know what's up. That's how I feel. That's literally how I feel. You know what's up. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to kind of listening to them more. This is actually a group I definitely do want to get into now. 5 songs in, and I've liked every single one. They've all been a little bit different, but also true to what we have heard so far. There's obviously a common theme throughout this album, but still enough to differentiate one from another song. And so I do like that as well. I feel like, especially with new-ish groups that don't have the most, it's kind of easy to not take like the risks that they've been taking, and really try to get into a sound that is common, that works. But they strayed away from that. And so credit where credit is due. I'll give them props for that, because that's a hard thing to do. But yeah, they're checking all the boxes for me right now. That's all I'll say. But anyways, we're on to our final song, Blue Lips.
So swimming in the pool.
Okay.
We were going out for dinner. Made me find tipple. Made me trip. Made me a fool. It's like we such
Okay.
While I'm drowning and drowning, deeper and deeper. All I see is blue. I feel my body shiver. Don't wanna lose it. Holding my breath, but shit, it's getting thinner.
Okay. Slow down. Actually, I do have a comparison, kind of. Okay.
Yeah. Talking to the moon. Drips fell elusive, but what else do we got? This is what we choose. The bitter and sweet of it both intertwined.
Shot through the boom. Nothing else say still racing life's clock. Wanna change views.
I need something else and a new vibe.
Blue flame getting put out. These days getting too tough. In a trap trying to sneak out. Choosing the flag cause you can't hide.
Vulnerable.
Every day fighting for peace side. Roll with the well like a seaside.
Chasing magic, bro, my feet tired. Get to the end and then rewind.
Hmm. Calm little closer, okay. 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 Interesting, very interesting. I do have kind of a comparison. It's like just the closest kind of grab at I can get. It reminds me of that recent kind of Justin Bieber album, Yukon in specific. Maybe it's just kind of this song, but he has that like weird voice. Yeah, that's just the kind of closest comparison I can make. Especially for this song in general, just Blue Lips, super calm. Kind of, it gets into some vulnerable, quick little tidbits, if you will. Just, a couple little glimpses of that we see. Yeah, see, this is how I wasn't expecting the album to end, but I mean, it kind of makes sense just on a calm, kind of really just let the lyrics flow on their own. The instrumental wasn't as prevalent as we've seen in previous, obviously, but yeah, I don't know how I feel. I I I, I really like this. I just can't really put words to it. Can we stay in here a little bit more out of the pool? I know you'll be gone, my blue lips. Yeah, they got vulnerable real quick. I'm just at a loss for words. Like I said, I'm a little baffled. I'm shocked how much they impressed me in such a short amount of time. Because I do like what I was hearing, and it was different from what I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't necessarily kind of that sound that, like I said, we saw throughout the whole album. And then this closer was just kind of, straight away completely from, what we had heard. And it was obviously, like I said, it still fits into the album. It still fits into the songs. It's just not kind of how I was expecting. I was expecting it to kind of be like a TNT 2.0 and leave us with a bang. And it just didn't do that, but it still had that kind of factor that hooks me in. Yeah, CORTIS. Interesting little group. I definitely need to learn more about them though, because I need to, I need to learn name. I don't even know names, to be honest. I know nothing about this group. To be blunt. But obviously the talent's there, and I mean they have the second most pre-saved album behind Olivia Rodrigo. That's huge, obviously. One, if it weren't for an artist as big as Olivia Rodrigo, so obviously props, credit where credit is due. Crazy group. But yeah, this was just a calm little closer. But yeah, that was Green, the EP by CORTIS. Yeah, they really impressed me. I think my favorite song was this right here, What's Up. It's just kind of that anthem-y, like, there was a couple anthem-like songs, but this is just that anthem, like, you know who we are, and if you don't, get familiar kind of thing for me. That's how I kind of took the song. It was like a get familiar, because we're gonna be around. But yeah, I think What's Up was my favorite song. It just kind of had all those elements I said I liked from the previous ones, all kind of mashed into one, and then and kind of elevated it even further with the lyrics of being like, you know, like I was saying, you know who we are, you know what's up, and if you don't get familiar, that's just kind of the epitome of the song for me. And it had that still like techno-y sound weirdness to it, but it's attention grabbing. It's very different. It's not something you hear every day, so I like that a lot. But yeah, that was Green Green by CORTIS, guys. If you guys did like this video, please do like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys have any knowledge on this group to give me, please let me know. I'm really curious. I literally don't even know their names. I don't even know if there's 5 members, you know, or, well, I'm assuming, but, you know, I'm not 100% confident. But obviously, you know, there's 5 on the album cover, the EP cover, I'm gonna assume. But yeah, if, like I said though, if you guys have any knowledge, please do let me know. And if you guys did like this video, please do like, comment, subscribe. It really is something, girl. CORTIS, thank you. And we'll be seeing them soon. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.